What's up, guys? Vince Zell, aka Vince Ryder, aka Bboy Vince Zell, LGBT Breakers. News, podcasts, influencer, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, pretty much I just want to really talk about this because this is sort of a big deal in the culture. Sunny, B-Boy Sunny, he's one All Stars and also Soul Mavericks, hopefully still part of that team, I'm guessing, has been officially sponsored by Adidas London. Now, there's been a lot of talk, and I just want to give my, because the one thing I always cheer and when it comes down to breaking as being one of my favorite things ever, uh, especially within the culture and everything and how I grew up with it, and also how much this culture means to me, and knowing that finding myself and finding my style throughout breaking and throughout b-boying. So this is something big for the b-boy culture. So yeah, Adidas, pretty much they kind of been somewhat of a scene within the breaking scene, I guess, has been parts of it in small ways. Like, I think they did something with Rebel BC1, making their own shoes with the campus, like Adidas, especially giving it to the ones, to the many B-boys and B-girls in Brazil, like gave B-girl Maya also that shoe as well. And also, I believe that Pellegrino, the legendary B-boy Pellegrino from, if you know, BC1, 2005, that he actually did receive a shoe from BC1 as well. And also having that kind of fit canvas and also just cherishing it, even though that the shoe itself is not really part of, I guess, anything significant within, big deal in Adidas, I believe, but it's something that actually did play a part of it. And not only that, in the past, Crazy Legs actually has, especially he talked about it recently about his Adidas jacket with the Rocksteady crew, and also like back in New York where he has like an Adidas collab, and also it's an Adidas jacket, but with his name Crazy Legs on it. So that was cool. And also like the first ever B-Boy video game, or at least the way I call it, the first ever good B-Boy video game, which is a long time ago, back in 2005, where they have all clothings like tribal and everything, where you customize your own character, and also you go to breakings, and it's basically called B-Boy the game, and it has different clothings in it, and one of those clothings is from Adidas. And Adidas in that clothing, tribal, were also like the ones in that, pretty much, I guessing those are the only kind of fits. I mean, there's also like freestyle session clothing wear as well within the video game, and when you customize your own character. But I'm thinking that's it. It's been a while since, because this video game is old. It was out for the PSP, if you guys are old enough to remember, and also the PlayStation 2 now, and also taking it like back as well, or not taking it back recently, somewhere in the between 2010 and 2019, between this year range, I forget which one. In Korea, in BC1 Korea, Red Bull tends to have I guess a relationship with Adidas, because they also did something with Roxrite, where an Adidas jersey with Roxrite's name on it. And also with Korea, the BC1, they actually did a collab with BC1 in Korea, the Rebel BC1 Cypher, for the championships in Italy, I believe. And this one happens to have an Adidas sponsor that is, addressing it, yeah, as, plastered on like the ceiling of the walls, and also probably in the floors, and giving Adidas merch, and pretty much is being sponsored by Adidas. And also, of course, B-Girl Carlota happens to be the first ever B-Girl to be sponsored by Adidas because of the Olympics. And now we got B-Boy Sunny here now with, his, yeah, I guess his place right now with Adidas London, and also Adidas. Now, the thing about this post is that this is taken, and this actually has just been, a post on Instagram literally today, as I'm recording this on April Fool's. So it's April 1st, which is April Fool's Day. And there's a part of me where I really hope this is not an April Fool's joke, because God, that would be messed up though. And also, I keep thinking about that because B-Boy Sunny's friend, which is B-Boy Kid Karam. Kid Karam is sponsored by Nike, and B-Boy Sunny is sponsored by Adidas now. So what does this mean about, the relationship? I get it. They still get to hang, be friends. Sponsorships never really break any, ties at all between, especially in the breaking world, especially logistics being part of breaking MIA, which breaking MIA is sponsored by Monster Energy. Logistics is sponsored by Red Bull. And, she's part of that crew with a bunch of B-boys that is sponsored by Monster Energy, including Zegu. So this is sort of big because this is somewhat addressed in a way where it's now the whole scene starting to get attention. And not everybody in the breaking world really follows the amount of events and about amount of history in terms, some of them could be forgotten, knowing that a lot of it is surrounded within breaking that actually had been sponsors, especially not only with Adidas, you got Nike, New Balance, and everything. You have the whole Reebok and just the whole pie of just different sneaker brands and different sponsorships. I mean, there was even like, especially around here in the Bay Area, there is a boba shop that sponsored a B-Boy event. I forget what it was, but Nasty Ray was actually part of it in a way. And I think, that's the best way you can ask him. But yeah, for B-Boy Sunny, this is sort of a big, because I always wonder, like, why is he wearing, especially when he competed in this tournament in Brazil 2 months ago, where he was rocking Adidas, but where is his like Nikes? Like he has his own jersey with the B-Boy Sunny, and it has the Nike logo and the Red Bull logo from it. And yeah, it doesn't seem like he's wearing that at all. I mean, he probably still wear that all because of Red Bull, but now he's got these two big sponsors, Red Bull and Adidas. So this is sort of like a big deal. This is something that is at least the way I look at it. Because the thing is about me is that that's the one thing that kind of motivates me within breaking, and also that I love to see sponsorships, brands getting involved within the breaking world, which is something I never thought would ever happen. It's always been a dream, especially the culture surrounding and how it can really, elevate the brand. It's something that I see that can benefit also the B-boy culture. So this is some amazing news. Hopefully it's not, any prank. I hope not, when he said, in his story times, like, oh, there's going to be a big announcement, this is one of those big things. And now it seems like the two legends in UK, I mean, in the breaking world in UK has always been historic, especially what is it? This crew that's been documented that I kind of forget. I apologize. And also like UK champs and just the amount of history that UK has within breaking. And now they're having that again within its own competitors, especially the ones that are going to be competing in the Olympics, Sunny and also Kid Karam, but both part of different sponsors, part of different shoe brands. So this is going to be interesting how it plays out. There's, a lot of saying, especially in the hip hop world, where it's like, not, checks over stripes, stripes over checks or something like that, which basically means Adidas versus Nike. And that has always been a battle out there in I guess, in the hip hop culture, and also like in many ways of different forms of sports and music and just a whole lot. So big ups to Sunny for being sponsored by Adidas. I feel like one of the b-boys that I want to actually see be sponsored is Menno. Like I feel like when he was rocking Adidas, it sort of fits him, but now he rocks like Converse for some reason. And also he actually, he's not really the first b-boy. I wouldn't think it is. Maybe he is the first b-boy. But I guess, like, especially who is it? Like Focus was somewhat part of Adidas in a way, especially with Flomo. And also you got Crazy Legs. I guess he in some way he is the first b-boy. Like he's been actually back in his day in the 70s, like, or in the 80s, somewhere around where he was really dominant within, especially between Rocksteady, that he has collaborated with many brands. Sorry, there's like noise in the background, it's taking me off focus, but there's many brands that he collaborated, and it wasn't just Adidas. And also the same thing that I'm saying, like I feel like Sunny in some ways was like the first. Well, he's the first with Adidas London, but he's not really the first to be sponsored by Adidas, I don't think, due to my knowledge when it comes to facts. He could be the first ever official b-boy to be sponsored by Adidas. Like this time for sure, Adidas has his back. And I thought Adidas actually collaborated with others, especially with Stance, with that whole like thing that, in Coachella, this was like a long time ago, I believe around 2018 or 19, that they did something with with Coachella, and Nico Spins from San Diego was actually doing a thing with Stance. He's been doing things with Stance for the longest time. But yeah, it's like Adidas is, really real this time. And don't be. And I feel like I just want to get everything involving Adidas and breaking out of here, or out of my chest real quick. Another thing with Adidas, but it's still kind of questionable, is that there's this commercial by Nobility, and it was with Bboy. I forget who it is. It was a B-boy from Los Angeles, from the ghetto streets of Los Angeles. You got, and Stance kind of showcased this, and it was an ad with Adidas and also with Nobility. And I believe Complex was sort of playing a role with this one. And they did something with Adidas with this commercial, but it didn't really, really track much attention out there, especially in the terms of, ever having these B-boys sort of being parts of Adidas, because I thought, Kid Steez, that was part of this video, and this other B-boy was going to be sponsored by Adidas, but it turns out it's not. They were just there for an ad. So hopefully would make a change, knowing that B-boy Sunni would be part of Adidas officially, because there's many chances that Adidas had with breaking, but none of them even stick. And I get it, Adidas is busy with a whole bunch of other stuff, okay? Especially, it's just surprising that they ever cared about being part of breaking. But hopefully this actually makes the change that Sunny is doing, and this is something important that many people in the culture, especially in the b-boy breaking world, that actually would pay attention of seeing this come to fruition. Anyways, that's all I want to give, and yeah, other than that, I'm out.